welcome. I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller, and my crow friend, I don't know if you can hear the crow, wants to let you know that that means that I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, I list them on eBay and Poshmark, and I sell them for a profit. Today is Tuesday, September 10th, and I have 5 items that sold in the last about 24 hours. Yeah, 24 hours. I work in my garage. My garage door's open behind you, and there's a crow that's being very loud. I actually have waited for quite a few minutes because the garbage truck has been making its way through my neighborhood, and it's so loud and it squeaks every time it puts its brakes on, and now the crow. Okay. This sold really fast. I mean, like super fast. It makes me a little nervous. I have a lot of good stuff today. All of this sold under 6 months. 4 of them sold within the week, I think. Yes. So really good items, especially for only having 6 items. My gross sales amount is $202.12, which for me is a lot. There's one item that sold over $50, which is uncommon for me also. Yeah, just, it's good today. There's some like bins, bins from the BOLOs from the bins. I had that really cute in my head. BOLOs from the bins. Okay, this is a Life is Good Crusher tee. Life is Good does not sell for a lot of money. However, it always sells for me right around $15. This has like sun and moon and stars on it. It's in like really good condition. When I went to list it, I couldn't find anything exactly like this. And so I listed it a little high. So what I searched to get the sell-through rate was Life is Good Crusher t-shirt, sun, moon, and stars, and nothing came up. So then I just went to sun. I also tried celestial. I tried a lot of different combinations, and when I was listing, I actually went back through the 3 years. In the product research tool, you can filter to how long ago you want it. There was nothing exactly like this. So I listed it high. So with just sun in the title, the average sale price is $17.58, but a 44% sell-through rate. So that's really good. I listed mine at $25. And like I said, most of my Life is Good stuff sells around $15. Somebody offered me $21 and I took that. So I said, yes, absolutely. It sold in 2 days, which is incredible. They paid a total of $27.70 with shipping. I paid $3 for it at a local thrift store that benefits our mission. And then that makes my profit $15.81. If I can turn $3 into $15 in 2 days, I would do that every time. I said 1 week earlier. This actually took 2 weeks to sell. So a lot of these things sold under 1 week, 2 weeks. This is a vintage button-up shirt, and it has this print here, which is actually a Halloween print. It's like bears and costumes. How fun. Isn't it cute? I think it's adorable. Not something I would wear personally, but I had a lot of likes on this on all platforms. In fact, I had an offer on it on Poshmark, so I couldn't even delist it off of Poshmark. I hate that about Poshmark. Like, I should be able to delete my listings whenever I feel like it, even if there's an offer. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It was hard to find comps because this is not a very specific thing. If I look up vintage Halloween button-up, there's an average sale price of $20.57, but the sell-through rate's only 2%. So not high at all. I had mine listed for $25, I think. And then I send out offers for 20% off for watchers. And then on Poshmark, same thing. Prime Lister sends out 20% off offers for me. I also have a 15% off coupon, kind of just always on my eBay store. This sold on the offer, so they paid $19.97 plus shipping. They paid a total of $26.12. Like I said, it was only listed for 2 weeks. I paid $1 for it at like a church rummage sale, and that makes my profit $16.58. Yeah, like I said earlier, if I can turn $1 into $16 in 2 weeks, I would do that every time. Every time. All right. This is a peasant blouse. It's kind of tie-dye, which I'm not sure how trendy that is anymore. I hear opposing things about that, so I don't know. I just looked up Torrid peasant blouse. So this is Torrid, which is a brand I really like. I have 50 items listed, which a lot of those are bras, and then I've sold like 40 Torrid items this year, so I think that's good. Yeah, so it's like a little peasant blouse. It's super wrinkly, but you know, when I think it's rayon, when rayon sits in a bag for weeks on end. You know what? There is some pilling on this that I think I'm just gonna run. I have a sweater shaver that I keep in my drawer, and sorry, it's a noise. Yeah, that helps a bit. There was just a little spot there. So Torrid peasant blouses, I didn't add the tie-dye, I don't know. Has an average sale price of $15.85 and a 17% sell-through rate. It's pretty low, but my personal experience with Torrid, I buy Torrid a lot. This is also something I bought at my old favorite thrift store, and I pay really low cost of goods there. I only paid 50 cents for it. So they paid $15.97, which is right at average, plus shipping, so $22.62 total. I had this for 2 months. I paid 50 cents at that store, like I said, and my profit is $13.79. So that's not bad. I'll take it. One thing I did notice is none of my items sold promoted, and I think that has been pretty common lately. I do promote my items at 2%, between 2 and 3. I have played with a whole spectrum of promoted listings, and I don't know. I don't know what the right thing to do is, and I never want to tell you what to do. I just share what I do. But yeah, I have been relisting a lot, and when I relist, it doesn't go promoted. So I kind of think that just a lot of my store has kind of fallen off the promotions from all that relisting. So I went in this morning and redid all my promotions at 2%. I'm hopeful that will help. This today is really good, but it's been real slow for like a week. In fact, when I got my payout this morning, I was like, oh, that eBay payout is low. Thankfully for Poshmark, picks up a fair amount of the slack. This is a pajama top. It's like flannel. It's Banana Republic. Banana Republic factory, actually. That's what those 3 little dots mean. This is new. I think it's new without tags. I don't remember if it had tags or not. But it's gonna have a little fuzzies on it because of the flannel. Let me grab. I don't like my lint roller, but I've not found a lint roller that I have liked, so it's the best we've got right now. And I have no idea what it is. I think it's a Walmart brand. Or maybe Amazon. I don't know. I try to get like the pet ones because that's supposed to be, you know, like for pet hair and stuff, they're supposed to be stronger, but I don't find that to be true. Anyway, this is something that's not super great. It had an average sale price of $20, but only 2% sell-through rate, which is real low, about as low as you could get. I mean, I guess I have sold things that have less than a 1% sell-through rate, so maybe not as low as you can get. I try not to say but I feel like the more I try not to say it, the more I say it. That's terrible. See, I just did it again because it's in my head now. Okay. This sold for $17.96. They paid a total of $24.12, and I paid $3.50 for it, which is kind of high. I bought it 6 months ago at this liquidation store in my town, and it was the first time I had really gone in there to source. I think I had been in there a few times with my family, but yeah, see, now I'm real aware of it. Okay. Now I'll just start saying okay instead of maybe. Our profit's $10.70. I don't think I actually paid $3.50 for this exact thing. I don't think that I would have paid that much, but I averaged my cost when I went there. I have found since then quite a few things, but I forget to go in and look. They have Athleta quite often. They have Vineyard Vines quite often, which is just not something that I find often in my regular thrift stores around here. Hi, you're up? Good morning.
The TV went on.
Is it just the music? Is it music on?
I don't know.
Okay, that's okay. So, I don't know if I would do that again, especially with such a low sell-through rate. But 6 months with such a low sell-through rate, not bad. All right, now we're getting to the BOLOs from the bins. I have 2 of them. One is the Elusive Unicorn. It actually has a 100% sell-through rate. So if you are new, you've heard me say sell-through rate multiple times. Checking comps, I think, is important. Sell-through rate is determined by how many items are sold. And then some people divide it by the amount of items that are still listed. I divide it by the amount of items listed and sold, because that's the way the product research tool on eBay does it. And that is what I use for my research for these videos. Different people will do it different ways. Anyway, an actual 100% sell-through rate means that there are items sold but none listed. So when I found this at the bins, and I was like, I remember someone saying something about this, and I'll show you what it is in just a minute. And I went ahead and looked it up. Actually, I think this is new. I mean, it's got stuff all over it. I'll show you why I think it's new too. I was like, okay, so I found this at the bins. I was like, I think I remember hearing someone say something about this category of clothes. And so I looked it up, saw that there was one listed, and none sold. And I threw it in my cart, and then it kind of got stuck in the bottom of the pile, so it took me a little while to list it, but I got it listed and it sold within an hour. Crazy. The one that sold only sold for $18. So I listed mine at $24.97, and assumed they were going to use my discount or get an offer, but that would still hit right at the average sale price. Maybe I should have priced it higher, but I was going off of the comp. So I did look farther back than just the 90 days. And I think it's new because the slit in the back, this is a skirt. So there's a slit in the back and it's still tacked together. Most people don't wear them tacked together. So this is it's American Airlines by Land's End. So it was flight attendant clothing was the category of clothes that I was like, I feel like I remember someone saying something about that, which made me look it up. So this skirt sold for $24.96. I don't even think they used my coupon. They paid a total of $31.51. They actually paid more than that because it's going international. So if you're unfamiliar, my nose always itches while I'm videoing. If you're unfamiliar, eBay has an international shipping program. I don't know what it's called. They've changed the name multiple times in the 3 years that I've been reselling. 3 years, crazy. So I forget what I was saying. International. What's great is I don't have to worry about any of that stuff. So eBay sends me the money that the buyer paid for the item plus the money that the buyer paid to ship it to, they have like a hub. So I'll ship it to the hub. The one mine goes to is in Illinois. And then the buyer also pays for the international shipping, but they take care of that. So they take it from the hub and they send it to wherever it is that it needs to go. And that is lovely. I'm sure it costs more for the buyer to do it that way, but I'm okay with it. If the buyer's okay with it, so am I. I feel like it goes in spurts when I sell things internationally. Like I'll sell a bunch of things internationally and then I won't sell anything internationally for a really long time. So I don't know what that's about, but I got this at the bins. Like I said, I paid average $2. That's what I average. If you're unfamiliar with the bins, it's the Goodwill outlet where you pay by the pound, and their next stop is the landfill. So I'm happy to save things from the landfill. My profit is $20.31. Less than an hour. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. I love it. All right, this is the other BOLO. Okay, BOLO is be on the lookout. That's what it stands for. It is actually like a police term. They put a BOLO out for a fugitive. Be on the lookout for whatever kind of fugitive they're on the lookout for. Okay. This is a backpack. It is the brand Osprey. So this is a hiking backpack. It is new with tags. I can't find the tags. I think I tucked them in somewhere. I did. So this has a rain cover and it's actually like tucked in this pocket down here. It's attached. It's the Osprey Hike Light 26. So as a general rule, the Osprey Hike Light 26 has an average sale price of $72.66 with a 43% sell-through rate. On eBay, there were no other black ones listed. So I listed mine at $100, again, thinking 15% off. That's $85. If I filter to new, the average sale price is $84.99, but the sell-through rate's quite a bit lower. It's only 27%. So I was thinking $80, $85. That would be great. So I had it listed on eBay. I had it listed on Poshmark. I got an offer for $55 on Poshmark. I countered at $80. I got a $70 offer on Poshmark and I left it. I was just deciding what to do because I wasn't sure. Because that's 30% off. Just last week I ran a 30% off sale, so it would have sold for that had it been listed at that point. But I had it was listed for 3 days before it sold. Anyway, I was going back and forth. I was looking at these comps going, okay, if I'm just looking at the overall backpack, 70 is a great, it's right about average. But if I'm looking at it as new, that's like $15 less than average. And for some reason, this has to be like a whole thing in my head. I feel like I've talked about this a lot. Like offers kind of stress me out sometimes. I just got another offer this morning and I'm like, I don't know what to do because it's an item that kind of has a lower sell-through rate, but the average sale price is $40. They offered me $30. I had it listed around $50. I don't know. Anyway, this kind of stresses me out is what I'm saying. So anyway, yesterday I'm like thinking through, I'm like, do I really want to like worry about $10? Like it's $10. And then I was like, but the fees, it's really only $8. Am I really gonna fuss about $8? There's the garbage truck. Here, squeaky brakes. I don't know. I'm so thankful that they come and pick up the garbage. Oh, okay. Anyway, I'm off the rails again. I was tidying in here. I had to condense some boxes and this thing is kind of bulky and big and it doesn't, like it's kind of structured so it doesn't like bend down or fold, which is also going to be an issue when I try to ship it. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing, but I was like, forget it. I just pulled it out because it like got stuck in my, like I had to kind of put it under the lip of the shelf. And I was like, I'm selling it. It's not worth it. It's not worth the $8 to fuss about. It's worth it to get it out. I found it at the bins. I paid $2 for this thing. It's very lightweight. I mean, it's right there in the title. It's a Hike Light 26. So my profit is $54. I'm complaining about $54, right? That's not really what I'm doing, but I do have to decide how to ship this thing. So since it is on Poshmark, I can use any shipping supplies, priority shipping supplies. Or I can use, my own if I want, but I like to use the priority because I don't have to pay for them. They come to my house for free when I order them on USPS.com. So I think what I'm gonna do is, I think it'll fit width-wise, just not length-wise. I think what I'm gonna do is put 2 of these boxes together to make a longer box, which is totally fine. That's my understanding, that's totally fine. So anyway, my profit for the day is $131.19. Even if I hadn't sold this, that's still the other items on eBay were $77.19. So very, very thankful. I needed a good day because the last week has been kind of rough, it feels like. But I'm glad for a good day. These, I think that was all I was gonna say. So I'm curious with the promotions, do you promote? And if you promote, what do you promote at? I've gone all the way up to like 10%, but I hate that because I feel like I'm already giving eBay a lot of my money. I mean, they do things for me and I appreciate those things that they do. Like the international thing, that's great. Like I don't have to pay all the state sales taxes. That's amazing. Anyway, I don't have to market my own items. I'm terrible at marketing. That would be horrible. They market all that for me. I love the things that eBay does for me. So yeah, let me know what you promote. How do you promote? What promotion rate do you cycle through promotions? Do you change them up? I don't know what the right thing to do is. Anyway, I think that's it. Make sure you like the video if you liked it with all my ums, and subscribe if you haven't already. Oh, I wanted to say, someone asked about the drawing. I'll be honest, I forgot about it. I gave a week for the drawing for the August listing challenge, and that was too long. I shouldn't have done that to myself. I know myself better than that. My ADHD self forgot. I will do it tomorrow. I will make sure in tomorrow's video the drawing winner is announced and taken care of. So I apologize for my forgetfulness. I appreciate you reminding me. I'll see you soon.